decided to make a video today about what's behind my gaming channel and what you can expect to see from it. I'm not a person who makes a lot of videos in the past, but I've been gaming a long time. I started in the single digit ages. In fact, I still have some games that I had when I was a kid, and my collection has grown over the years. I must have 800 to 900 games in my collection at this stage. And I'm mostly a solo player. I mean, more than 99% solo. When I was a kid, I definitely played games like Risk and Stratego and things like that with my friends. But the majority of my gameplay is solo. And one of the reasons why I'm not competitive when it comes to games, I play for the story and the narrative, which I can get out of a lot of games. Even an abstract game like Risk, I can generate enough narrative to keep my interest. And I've played a little bit like with my grandson, but mostly I'm more than 99% solo. In the mid 1990s, I started writing. In fact, I started writing for Fire and Movement and Moves. These were magazines published by Decision Games. I actually dug out my first article was in this, which was Moves. No, this is Fire and Movement, 97. So this is in 1994. And I wrote a replay article of Savage Station from S&T 166. And it's not my best article, but it's my first one, first of many. And I wrote for Fire and Movement and Moves for quite a few years, probably for almost 20 years. I think I wrote my last article in 2015. This is one from Fire and Movement issue 148. And I wrote an article in here under Advanced Tactics, the Balkan Wars. This is from S&T 164. Kind of an interesting game, but I did an article on the 1912 war. Eventually, Decision Games slowly phased out of the printed magazines, and they went to what's called Moves Online. And mainly that's a yearly subscription for like $19.99 or something. That's what it used to be. And you could log in through the Decision Games website, and then you would have access to the articles. They're PDFs, but they had been formatted, and you could download those and keep them. And then any new content that might be added during that year, you would have access to. However, I don't know if Moves Online is too active anymore. The last time I checked, there were really only two authors. Myself and Joseph Miranda. And Joseph did a lot of design notes and optional rules articles, and I did replay after action report articles. And I would say I'm probably 70% of the writing on Moves Online, and I'm not sure if it's still available. I have most of the articles that I've written are all printed out and put in spiral bindings. If I can come up with a screenshot, I'll show you a picture of one of the articles I wrote that's on Moves Online. Okay, here are some screenshots from Moves Online. This happens to be an article I wrote on Strategy and Tactics number 274, which was The Sun Never Sets 2. And this was a double issue. And I wrote a replay of the Battle of Asante in 1873. So this is like with the opening pages. I believe this article's 11 pages, but there's a lot of photographs that you can see in here. So I'll just throw some pictures of the pages gives you an idea of what you get from my content on Moves Online. I'm not writing that much anymore, but I am more of a writer than a video person. Although I've done a lot of videos, I just haven't published many of them. And I'm really more of a writer, and I have fairly close to 1 million words written of articles on this hobby, and most of them are heavily photographed in addition to the articles that I've written. They used to be not only published in Decision Games magazines and things like that, but in my blogs, other people's blogs, and probably there's still articles out there. I wrote under the name E.R. Bickford, which I became known as by people who read in the hobby. I'm aware that people don't read as much as they used to, and now with the advent of YouTube and Twitter and all these video platforms, it's more the way that content will be available. So I'm trying to make some content available through my channel. I decided to cast a broad net in the types of videos I'm doing. So not every type of video will interest everyone. Doing an interesting video of photographing my entire game collection, which is extensive, about 25 games at a time, and I'm throwing it in over the top of popular music, so you can listen to the music and watch through a video of my games. I'm also doing some game collection videos by the specific topic, whether it's the Civil War or Napoleonic Wars or any specific gaming topic that I have numerous games on, and it gives me an opportunity to explain the differences between the games and which ones I've played, which ones I liked. I'm also doing some videos covering specific games and just some details or noteworthy things that I found with those games, plus a little bit of the action, maybe from the replays that I've written on these games. And I'm looking into some specific game mechanics that are unique. Like I did one video on the written orders in the Civil War Brigade series. I've recently done another video on interdiction, or train busting is what it would actually be called in the Operational Combat series. So there might be something for someone in this various array of videos. I'm not really sure how many I'll do or how long I'll do them, but I do have a lot of content, and I have 50 years of game experience. Anyway, that's just a little bit about me and where my videos come from, where my channel's coming from. And if you subscribe, thank you. And if you enjoy the videos, I'm happy. I'm not monetizing my channel. This is purely for love of the hobby and an opportunity to share and talk about games. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.